these large language models actually do think. So there's a big debate, right, between the people who believed in old-fashioned AI, that it was all based on logic and you manipulate symbols to get new symbols. They don't really think these neural nets are thinking. Whereas the neural net people think, no, they're thinking. They're thinking pretty much the same way we do. And so the neural nets now, some of them, you'll ask them a question and they'll output a symbol that says, I'm thinking. And then they'll start outputting their thoughts, which are thoughts for themselves. Like, I give you a simple math problem. Like, there's a boat, and on this boat there's a captain. There's also 35 sheep. How old is the captain? Now, many kids of age around 10 or 11, particularly if they're educated in America, will say the captain is 35 because they look around and they say, well, you know, that's a plausible age for a captain. And the only number I was given was these 35 sheep. So they're operating at a sort of substituting symbols level. The AIs can sometimes be seduced into making similar mistakes, but the way the AIs actually work is quite like people. They take a problem and they start thinking. And you might, for a child, you might say, okay, well, how old is the captain? Well, what are the numbers I've got in this problem? Hey, I've only got a 35. Is that a plausible age for a captain? Yeah, he might be 35, a bit young, but maybe, okay, I'll say 35. That's what a 10-year-old child might think. And the child would think it to itself in words. And what people realize with these language models is you can train them to think to themselves in words. That's called chain of thought reasoning. Gotcha. And they trained them to do that. Okay. And after that, you give them a problem, they'd think to themselves, just like a kid would, and sometimes come up with the wrong answer. But you could see them thinking. So it's just like people.
So if we have AI that's thinking, and I'm saying that knowing that you've just explained that they do, are they better at learning than we are? And let's sort of take that forward and think, what is the evolution from thinking to predicting to being creative to understanding? And are we then going to fall into an awareness of this intelligence?
Okay, that's about half a dozen major questions. So
are AIs better at learning than
good.
humans?